Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my podcast. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope that everybody's staying safe and healthy. And today's podcast is going to be about my granddaddy, my grandfather. We called him Granddaddy ever since we were little, so I just use that Granddaddy. He was a man that I loved very much. I admired him. He was a hard worker who took care of his family. On holidays, he used to sit in the den and watch sports and eat his peanuts. He was so cool. I would sometimes sit on the floor and watch sports with him. I guess that's why I love sports so much. I always remember him working out, being in good health. He liked to bowl, so sometimes we would go to the bowling alley to watch his team play. I always thought I had the coolest grandpa ever. At one time, we lived around the corner from Grandpa and Grandma. We would walk over to see them. Grandpa would be on the porch in his chair. We would talk to him, and then he would give us change to go to the store. He always said, "Don't tell Grandma I gave you my change." He was funny. Grandma would then come out to see us and tell us not to bug Granddaddy for his change. So we sat with them for a little bit, and then off to the store we went. He was a man of few words, but all us kids admired him and loved him. I can remember him eating candy and sometimes drinking orange juice. I always wondered why Grandma kept us out of it. I found out he had diabetes. I would have never known. He was eating right, worked out, and for the most part healthy for his age. He worked every day and he worked hard. At my time that I was getting married, he was going to come and attend. Then he had gotten sick and he was in the hospital. And my mom went to visit him and called me to let me know he would not be able to go. I was so sad. I wanted him to be at my wedding. I knew he would have came if he could have, but I was still sad about it. I was living in Ohio, so I couldn't visit him like I'd wished I could. So time went on, and then my mom called me and was at the hospital with Granddaddy again. He was sick again. And my mom never told me what he was sick from, just that he was sick. I talked to him on the phone and told him that I loved him, and I think it was the next day or maybe the day after. My mom called and said Grandpa had passed. And I was like, what? When? How? What happened? I talked to her for a little bit. I was crying really bad, and it was a hard thing for me to grasp how difficult it is to say goodbye. But I had to look at it like I did get to tell him I loved him, so that gave me some sort of comfort. I wanted to go to his funeral, but I could not afford to go. My mom was going to send me the pamphlet from the funeral, and it's actually very special to me. I keep it nice and, laminated, so I have it forever. And I think of him often, and I still get upset because he's no longer here. But I believe he's up there with my grandma and looking over me, and it gives me some sort of comfort. He had such a wonderful smile, and I miss seeing that. I truly miss him a lot. And I just wanted to share that with you. And thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. And then I'm going to leave you with this quote. When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. And thank you so much for listening. And once again, I do appreciate it. And remember to keep your loved ones close to you and always tell them that you love them. Make sure they know that on a daily basis. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.